video you're about to watch, it's got footage of the fish. The right to everybody's cup of tea. So, viewers' discretion is it. All I can do is advise you. Some people are okay with watching. A lot of people ain't. So I'm just letting you know before you watch this video. There is a lot of bad content in regarding the issues with the koi. Welcome back to Kelpish Koi, where I'm chatting bubbles. Dave, you're my twat. Pete, you're one of a twat. Mad Dog, you're the biggest twat out of all of us. Yeah, a bunch of twats. Had a delivery. This is the same day as I ended the last video. The temperature gauge, the ride on the Mason's tank, that's get up the ghost. I've had it in bits. Tried a new battery and it's still ain't doing nothing. Get into the little gauge you've got on there, just see what it's reading. That's the one out of my filter. I've ordered 2 more. Wrapped it around there so it don't fall in the water like Dave's. Try and get the temperature the same. Now watch him chew at it. Oh God, just done this one, look. Let me sort this gauge out and I'll get back to you. Yeah, back to food, look at them. As bad as they are. Try it again. I'll probably scratch it out of my hand. The problem I've got now, Mason's got boxing. I know these are more important than boxing. But it is what it is. I don't want this to creep no higher. It's overcast today. I promise I'll take Mason fishing tomorrow. I've been sorting his gear out while I've been waiting for this parcel to arrive. So that's reading 21. I think this was 19, I think. Will get me a run with these gauges down. I've got the electric one in there, and I don't get a proper reading today. It's a near enough sort of thing, guys. We'll open this box and see. We'll do it together. I'll put this temperature gauge back in this pond. I want to try and get it near enough to save. You hear everybody say it's hard, but you've been able to wind it. I have got a tripod, like, but you could always use them. That bloody, as soon as you touch the battery on that thing, it's gone off again, look. When you take the back off and touch the battery, it comes back on. Been using them for years, never had no, when I've ordered them from Japan, takes them 2 months to come, you never have a problem, and you get a battery. You order them from over here, I reckon they take the batteries out. Never them on again, they are, right. Let me get you set up on a tripod, we'll open the box and what we got. Okay then. That's sexy animal. I bet this is that toy that Pete asked me to order for him. You know what I mean? Oh, it's a piece of paper. What I've always wanted. Some bubble wrap. I can see 3 inches anyway. That's when I'm really happy. The thinking was I was going to use the stuff that I've got because I really do need treating. The only thing I can do now is Now I'm in 2 months again. I know it's a pain, ain't it? 2 months. You've got too many options, right? To leave the options are, do I leave the fish that are good in that Mason's pond and leave them in there, or do I leave the ones that are mill that need treating in that one? It's just filtration, there's no filtration on it. It's a nice big pond. Look at the top of the head, are you? Oh, you better believe it, Mandingos. Ah, that's what I've been waiting for. Out the box now. And see if the fleet left me a couple of grand. So I can do a giveaway and help you all out. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? If you can tear that down now, we'll put me nice. This is what you get in the kit. Oh, yes, you better believe it. Cotton buds, gloves. Most important stuff. All you beautiful people that watch this stupid old bloke get himself in a mess. Right, what we got here? Horse swab. My horses really. The koi calm. That's what they use to put them to sleep. And your wound sealer. So these are the things I'm going to be putting on. I was hoping that was bacteria, to be honest with you. I'm sure that was what was in the other box. I'm just going to flick it off and I'm going to go and have a look, see what's on that other bottle. I've done it again, I am seriously losing the plot. That's what I was hoping it was going to come in this batch. This is the old box I've had for quite a while. It's the same horse swab that was inside that box. I knew that when I'd got the koi carb, I knew that come in it. And the wound sealer, that's what I've been using. I also thought it was that. When I had Goldie, a chap named Josh bought me, if you look back on my videos, he bought me a great big, I think it was 40 odd quid, he paid for it, and he delivered it to me there, and that's what I was using on Goldie. Cracking bit of kit, I tell you. And I thought it was that. Now, obviously, I'm going to have to use this now, but I am going to order a new bottle of this. Oh, the best before date on this is the 27, 26. Maybe you can see that. I think that's 27, 26. Before I really make that out properly, we just say this year, it's half a date this year. Excuse me, I've just had something to eat. One thing I've noticed, I've been trying to reply to my messenger. When I upload a video, before I upload it, I always go into my previous video and I have a look at the comments and I try and answer the comments. Now some videos I get up to 8 or 9 messages, so I'll click on it and for some reason there's none at all. It'll say no messages. I'll click back off it and it'll say 9 messages or 8 messages or 5 messages. When I click on it again there's nothing. So if I reply to any of your messages, I do apologise, I'm my fault. I do try and reply to everybody. I just think it's a nice thing to do when somebody's gone out the way to try and help you. Like I said, the guy who, or the person who asked me to get this to 0.75 with the salt, I do take it on board, but the treatment you've got to give it at least a week to see if it works.
Now this was working, these have had an air break because I've left them for so long, that's why these are getting worse. Now I have put the aquaflabbing back in the tank. This is something I want to ask your personal opinions. I've got that in the water and I put it into stronger. You're supposed to put that once and I think it's 7 days later and you do another treatment. Without going on that reading all that through that, I'm sure it's like you do it once and then 7 days. I might be wrong. I bought that to try as well. Antibacterial. And I also, if you remember, I bought that and tried using that. Parasite and also treatment. Now I've done scrapes. A few times I've done scrapes. I can't get enough slime off these fish to find anything. The bit of mucus I'm getting, I can't find nothing at all. And just trying to bend over that microscope breaks my back. And you've got to be on it for 40 minutes, 45 minutes easy. So the thing I wanted to ask you people out there, this feels like a powder in here. Crystals or something like that. What would you say? Not so much this one I suppose, because I sure it's parasites. Use that, you know, my little dropper I use on the other fish, the little squeezy thing, and drop it. Clean the wound. I'm going to put them to sleep like I did before, but on a bigger scale. That's a powder, so I'd have to mix that with water, so unless I sprinkle the powder on. It's an odd thing to do really, because you've seen before, and I'm in such a short space, small space here. You're trying to deal with them without causing them any more damage. That's why I'm into mind whether to put them back in the blue pond, because then I've got easier access to get them out to treat them again, and it'll be every 3 days. That's what's making me wonder whether to keep them in there or keep the fish that are good out there and keep my eye on them and keep them in there. That water's been in there now 4 days I think, so that water's good to go. And the airstone's been in as well, even though Mason's been playing it, the airstone's been still running. But the question is, what do you reckon about using the dropper? I even thought about diluting it down and treating the wound with this. Antiseptic and antibacterial. The thing is, you don't want to burn the skin. That's the only downside about it, because I'll be putting this on and then putting that wound seal over. That wound seal, when you get it in water, you're supposed to sprinkle water. I did it wrong last time. Last time when I had gold, I had a cup of water. So you put the sealer on it, put your fingers in your water, your pond water, and you trickle it over the sealer, and that goes like a white skin, and it keeps the, whatever you're using, the bacteria treatment, in the wound. I was putting it on, trying to get them done as quick as I could, especially with the temperatures, the heat temperatures I'm having. You can't keep them out of the water that long. So I was trying to do it quick. I'm trying to remember everything. I was putting the sealer on, but putting them straight back in there. You could see in certain parts where it's nailed over, but you've got so many fish in a small space, it's very hard to keep on top of every fish. So it's just to, what's your personal opinion, or have you ever tried using that directly onto the wound? Because I could put it on the wound, use the cleaner to wash that off, and defeating the object. Then I was going to say, then put the bacteria spray on under that. I'm going to use the bacteria. I'm going to order another bottle of that, because it does say 26 I said there on. Yeah. Still looks like something like 20. I wonder if that's the second or the third. 26. I got a dash in between it, like the 20. I don't know. It says 26 anyway. I ordered that other kit because I've purposely thought that that's why they could be say working. It has been, because it's been such a long gap now. They've got worse. So just let me know your thoughts if you don't mind. Whether you think I ought to. It's in the water anyway. Whether I ought to put it on the actual wound. It's 3:45 now. I'm going to get the fish out. I'm going to get them in that pond so they can settle down. I filled it up as one thing because the water shortage, but we got rain this week apparently. And the other is I don't want them jumping out. And I have been painting my daughter's roof, but I've been bit to death. And I'll get have a reaction to it. Anyway, chatting bubbles. I'm trying to get these fish out now. Well, I am going to get them out, not try. I'm going to get them in that pond, and I might get the other one or two and show you to see how bad they really are. And when I come back from, I was going to say bingo then. I've never played bingo. It used to be a caller. All the two little ducks, quackity quack and all that. Get the fish in. Let's go.
Okay, this is the fish that I picked from a grabbing show. It's a Becco. Look how bad he is there now. Look, it's even flaking off. But like I said before, the fish do tend to suck on the wounds. He's turning into he was slow growing, he was. He's turning into a lovely. I absolutely love that fish. He looks lost in that pool. So I'm going to get another one now. See if I can show the other one. Okay then, so this one has never had any markings on him until the last time I treated the fish. And they haven't picked him up on his soil. Look at the state of that. There was nothing wrong with him. He's absolute plonker. I've just had a brainwave now because it's going to be a couple of hours before I can treat these properly. I'm doing these one at a time. I'm going to give him a spray of that antibacteria before I put them in here, just to give him a bit of a chance till I get back. I ain't going to bother filming that now because I want to try and get them all in here and get them all settled. When I get to put them to sleep, I'll set it up and I'll show you how I do it. Here we go. 2 fish out of my pond, 15 of the fish left that Mason grew on in here. I've took them out and sprayed them. There's nothing in this water. It feels quite warm, that water does actually. I expect it to be always cold, but it's not. Another thing is now, do I keep the ones that need treating in this pool? Which I think, if I do that and the Aaron takes them, it's stuck a fish that's struggling. Whereas if I leave the good fish in here and they take them, I'm losing more good fish. Not as I want any of them took anyway. But what else can you do? He was healing up lovely, he was. That was the one that Mason picked to put in the pool, in the main pool. That's the one off Mad Dog. Out of Mason's fish tank. He's growled lovely, just got one white patch where he's got a... Zoom back out a bit. That shower there, that was off Dave. They all seem to be enjoying it in there. I should imagine they are. I did start taking the flies out, but I thought I'll leave them in, they might eat them. Ideally I need the ones that are treated, put back in the tank because of the salt. Oh, he just had a bit of a flick. While I'm in here, I'm going to try and do another scrape. That was the one that my missus picked. He's clean as a whistle now. It's a crying shame. But if I can get on top of them, I'm sure they'll all bounce back. That's a bloody stunning colour, that one. There's two more in the main pond. That one's just like a gold bar, and the other one flicking now, unless she's after the fly off the water. Well, I'm going to get my scraper out, net a couple, and see if I can get any slime on. That looks so small in there through the camera. I'm racking my brain what to do. Just going to swirl these out. When I get the salt water out, them in there now. Soon about lovely. Bit of a bad time for everything, really. Just can't find time for everything. That's any trouble. Half past 8. I had bleaching it. I'm swilling the sponges out again. Swirl the filter trays off. The filter's cleaned out. I'm going them to the IBC tank, and I'm going to fill it all back up with fresh water. And then I'm going to put just aquaflabbing in it. Then my plans are, I'm fishing tomorrow in Mason regardless, so the aquaflabbing will be in there. They'll still be in there when I get back. If I have back too late, I'll treat them again, and then the good ones I'm giving in there with the aquaflabbing. And that's how it's going to be, ladies and gentlemen, folks. I haven't even started. This is what really gets my gout. I've only lifted that. This is, if you remember, this was that pipe I had from Sadbay a couple of years ago, which always been stored in the wheelie bin until it looks like brand new. I've only lifted that up there to put it in, split. And the other day, it split the other end. The problem with this water is I can't put it on the grass. It's got, and as you can see now, it's too short for there. I've got another pipe I can put on to make it longer in there. I can't put this water on the plants because it's high dosage of salt. Here we go again, typical fashion. I try and do something. August hits up. Now the Uber's starting to smoke. To make a carry-on film out of me, aren't they? Pipes come off, wear it all over me grass again. Hard graph this is. Broke off again. Oh God. That's come off, I don't know how many times. You can see the weight all over there. That's come off, I don't know how many times. That's broke 5 times trying to cut that to put that back on. And again. God, there's that much pressure on that hoover. The feed, try and get the feed out. And I just knocked the cable. The odds, the main cable on the pump into the bottom of the tank. It's how you like me to get in a mess. My God. I filled the filter box back up. Waited for it to come into the IBC tank and put the water meter on. Now all I do this is to get an accurate reading. Now I know Dave don't like this meter. We'd have looked through it. It's 8:45. I've had this a couple of years now. Now Dave don't believe this is any good. Now if you put that into a bucket and it reads 10 gallon on there and it reads 10 gallon in a bucket, then you fill your IBC tank halfway up, then put it in the bucket again, it reads 10 gallon again. That's got to be as accurate as you can get it. Dave, you twat. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to fill a bucket up, get it to, it'll be 10 litres on there, which is 2 gallon, and just check this meter. I'll call all the phone and do it, so I'm in the right old pickle. As you can see, it's getting dark. It don't look that bad on the phone, to be honest. Everything's everywhere. The other's on his last legs. I'm on my last legs, so I'm going to crack on and try this meter. A little white mark on the bucket. In gallons, I thought this was in litres. Probably why I changed it, but I ain't got a clue. Bucket slightly on the skew width, so it's not going to be an accurate reading, but it'll be close enough. Let's try it. I'll let that run and I'll get back to you. Okay, so I've just done some research and I got it wrong. There are 5 litres 2 gallon. It's 4.5. So there's 9 litres to 2 gallon. So when I was taking it up to 10, it was too much. So that's where I've stopped it up there. But I need to go and read. Obviously now I can't read it because it's too dark. So I'm going to take that into the light now, read it and read what's on. We'll have a look, see what's on the meter. If you can see it. Oh, it's gone off now. It was exactly 2 gallon. That's right there. But I need to go and read. Obviously now I can't read it because it's too dark. So I'm going to take that into the light now, read it and read what's on. We'll have a look, see what's on the meter. If you can see it. Oh, it's gone off now. It was exactly 2 gallon. That's what's in that bucket. So we'll take it up to the light, see if we can see it. Whether I'll read the 9 litres on it now. Sorry about the camera work. Tried to turn the tubs out, put everything right. Everything's just a goddamn mess. I wanted this up and running today. I got his fishing stuff ready or nothing for tomorrow. But these are important, so. I'm going to wait till it stops moving and check it. I don't think it's far out. I don't know what I do to myself. Once these coils are gone, that's me done. Nice and I've been interested. That's going to be a better idea than no idea at all. I've 2 slices of toast all day in a marathon. And I don't mean to run. I'm going to go in now, have myself a cup of tea. Leave this for half an hour or so, see if there's enough to fill, to get the filters flowing. I'll have to run it till 10 o'clock and then turn it off. 10 past 10, as you can probably hear. It's all up and running. Maybe it's another 15 minutes I think, it'll be high enough then. I might leave it like that as well rather than pulling that on. Got more of a flow and the water there. The reason I put this on is because that was so low. Turn the heater back on as well. And I'll take the chill out of the water. Reading 21. Reading 21 degrees, so don't get much dark. So I don't feel that cold to be honest. I'll just check the heater anyway, make sure it's tip top. Just check the heater, there's a little trip switch. Make sure that I clicked out. Now the temperature's reading 21 degrees. The heater's only set at 13, so I was trying to reduce these to get rid of these coils. That's all over there. I did clean the 2 sponges that are in here, the filters. I did clean them out with the water last time out there. Obviously the main problem there is no pontoons on. I'll put the zeolite in as well so it can flush through the zeolite. And then tomorrow, the good fish, I'm going back into this one. Catch you later. 222.9 gallons, and there's 2 gallons got to go on there. So it's 224.9, and that was me running 0.1 to turn the tap off. And we're just going to take that down by the grind now and flick it once, see if it goes to do 223, so I can get a proper reading. I'm happy with that now. Zeolite. You better believe it. Might sound sad, but I'm feeling better already. Then I'm going to change the water, and then I'm going to change as well. Catch you later. I've just come down and run the tap for a split second, and you can see there 223 gallons plus 2, so that's 225 gallons I've got in there now. Ooh. Nice day out with Mason yesterday. I had a couple of pics on the end. Show you some of the fish that he's had. God, that's gone brown in there. I've got any water in the tank. Crazy. Had a few people message me, as always, and I do appreciate all of them. The fry. Have I got a death can? For a death can, I've got no more filtration. These fish in this tank here, the fry, was meant to go into this big vat after 4 weeks of treatment with these koi. Unfortunately, I've got to stay as I am. I'm just going to cut the feed down a little bit. I'm all doing fine. And the size of them now. I really do appreciate all your messages. I have now some of my last video I've just uploaded talking about garage views. It's about koi, I understand that. A lot of people think sit on my arse at home doing, sorry about swearing, sit at home doing nothing all day every day. I don't stop. All day yesterday I was out with Mason fishing. He's only 6 weeks old, I've got to spend time with him as well. I don't want him one of these kids them stuck in the bedroom, because that's what's happening at the moment. Even though he's out boxing and one thing or another. Also I've been doing stuff on my van, stuff in my shed, on an electric saw, which I've probably mentioned before. Anyway, back to the koi. As you know, I've put them all in here. Got a few of them lying down. The first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to get a couple of koi now. I'm going to do a scrape, and I'm going to have a look, see if I can find anything on them. There is somebody who's messaged and says they want to buy all the fish all together. I would never dream. Even the fish that have got no problems, I wouldn't pass them on. Simple as that. Until every one of these koi are okay, I would never let them go. All the good koi now, I'm going to do a scrape like I said, test it. If I find nothing, I'm going to put them back in the IBC tank. The ones that need treating, I'm going to stay in here so I can treat them and not access them easier in here. See, I can visually see them better as well. The only downside is obviously I've got no filtration on this one neither, and I ain't going out buy more filtration. Once these are gone, I'm done. I said it before, and I've had these off there by eye. You couldn't help yourself really. I'm starting to order things, as you know, and getting confused and stuff like that, and it's because I've got so much on my mind. My brain don't function. Right. Oh, this has gone off again. Oh yeah, look. You gotta keep messing with the battery on them. There you go. Yeah, it's gone off as soon as you move it. Look, it goes off. I've had them apart and everything. Gone down to 18.2. I've ordered 2 new ones. Believe it or not, they come the next day. Amazon, I all the shops available. Scrape. Let's get on with it. This is what I'm up against, folks. I thought I'd bring you back and show you this. Just done a scrape. hardly anything. I'm getting nothing off them at all. This is where I'm struggling. I've scraped both sides and the bottom. That's all I'm getting. It's so hard. Anyway, I'm going to check this out. Oh, there it goes from back to us now. It. Just setting everything up. Done that scrape. Can't find nothing on it. Don't expect to. I've even cleaned all the lenses off. Make sure there's nothing on the lenses that's stopping me from seeing anything because bits of particles. Just got in for a cup of tea. Absolutely pissing down. I've just got a PP dip there ready. Ah dear. It's absolutely hammering down as well now. I've got everything, I've got all the scrape set up, another microscope and everything set up to scrape. I'll go out and scrape again anyway. Can't believe it, the fish are getting soaked. I've got two different treatments here I've got. Them are the instructions. Now you can read that on my phone, but trust me, that's that tiny off the phone you can't read it. So what I'm thinking is now, the ones that ain't too bad, I've got two different ones. Now, I'm assuming these are fish because I mean my aquatic stuff. That's the one, water-based cream. So the ones that don't look too bad, I'm going to put them to sleep, dry them off and put that on. And the other one, I tried that before on Goldie. Barrier ointment that is. So my thinking is if I can smear that over the wound, but I'm only going to use it on the smaller fish, they've only got a small wound. Try and take a picture of each fish and see which one, if either one works. I've got the PP dip ready. Now my thinking is the ones that have got nothing wrong with them, as mad as it sounds, I'm going to give them a quick PP dip so they ain't taking nothing out of that paddling pool, and then going back in the IBC tank. And the other ones, I'm going to put them to sleep. A couple of them I'm going to try with this new ointment I've got here, cream, whatever you want to call it. And the ones that have done the worst, or the ones that are in the worst condition, I'm going to use the bacteria stuff they've got here. I'm going to put them to sleep. I've been advertising paint for a mate of mine, spray cans, two different sizes, 450ml and 250ml. It's a long story. I found our stock. The amount of people have asked me how big is the can, how much paint in, what colours you got. It's all on the advert. It's driving me insane. Absolutely driving me insane. Now somebody wants to come and collect paint now. I'm trying to set all this up with the fish. See what I mean about that ain't just me looking after the fish. I'll be gluing this paint all on out, I tell you. But it is what it is anyway. Looks like it's knocking off a bit, so I'm going to go and set up the table ready to put them to sleep and get another vac for that. Move that PP inside if I can somewhere now. I don't want it inside because it's easy just to take them out, dip them, put them in the IBC. Just trying to find some airline and an air stone. Thinking what's that down there? Not aware, it's a lake somewhere. Looks like it's coming from the back of there now. I've just felt the back of the filter, it's bone dry. All this UV here is bone dry. Looks like it's all under that timber at the back. And that pipe from there ain't leaking. Where the bloody hell is that water coming from? They look like fresh drips out of this UV, but it's all that up there is dry. Couldn't see that the other day when that was empty. I never noticed it when it was empty. Tell you what, To be colour, that's good. What about the fish are getting wet? I don't want to get wet and all. I'm back in here now, Mason's lean to. Just trying to make a bit of room. Remove that out of there if I can. I'll find somewhere to put the tank with the sedative in. I used that balloon before, did I? Oh dear, I don't know. Not a chance things around. I think I put that PP in that tank. Too much going on in there. Why too much going on? Could be worse. Could be stuck out in the rain, couldn't I? Matron. Right then. Got them up there ready. Got to put some sedative in that to put him to sleep. PP back there. And that's up and running there. I don't know where that water's leaking from, I'm sure. The fish that was in Mason's tank in there off Mad Dog. I don't know what the name of the fish is. It's like a bar of gold. It's just got one shimmy that spores. It's beautiful fish, that is. It's a bit like Glyn, they'll grow very quick. Right. I've done a scrape on that one. I'm going to PP dip that a couple of minutes, then he's going into that vat there and get another temperature gauge out and get that in that one, find out what it is. It's saying 19 on that one, it's 19 on that yellow one, I do believe. I'll get the new temperature gauge on that one. I'm going to get him out PP in there, then I'm going to, I think the shower head off Dave, get him and give him a scrape, spray paint again. Give him a scrape, leave him in that pond a little bit, check the scrape, if it's okay, PP dip, shove him in there, and if I don't find nothing off them two, I might do a third one. If I do a third one I'll let you know anyway, and I'll just do the same thing. I will do the three. I'm going to get that shower, PP dip that one first, get him in there and do the shower, hoping these will turn up for the paint. I don't want to be putting them to sleep when somebody turns up. More like. Let's go. Oh! Jack the disappearing reefer. That was his same audit. Talk about twats. He's the biggest twat. One of them dirty guys. Just turn the camera off on to go out and the oven's open again. Oh. I don't fancy getting soaked, that's all. I've got a cover in my van as well. I could open these doors and put the cover out there, I suppose. Oh, today. Second scrape, I found nothing. I'm just going to try and catch this fish again. One off scrape, got to be PP dipped anyway. What about the camera work? Bit of reflection off the sun as well. Look at that, absolutely stunning fish. Nice in size as well. Anyway, he looks a good one. I'm just going to flick him over and just check him anyway. And PP dip him, get him back in the IBC. I was trying to video it on the stick and I couldn't get it. Look at that. Only a little one. They grow very big. Look at the colour. Oops, sorry about the camera work. I'm trying to sort of examine it and make sure there's nothing wrong with it and film at the same time. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, let's crack on with this, get them done. Okay, so that's them sorted. Them are the ones that have got no marks at all.
PP dip, loving life. I might go through these fry and the bigger fry, if they're any good, put them in there now. Tank's ready, I'll wet that cloth in a minute. I'll start putting these to sleep. These are the ones that I'm left now, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, there's 8 fish in there. Mum has got a flouting net, I'm thinking of putting the flouting net in just so I don't forget which ones I've treated. Once they're all treated, I'll just release them all. That's what I'm going to do. British weather, cutting buns out. That's flouting ready. I want to do the smallest ones. It's surprising how big they are when you get them out. I thought that net was deeper than that, but it was only for the fry. So I want to get the smallest ones out so I can put in there, then I'll throw the air down in there till they've come round. First thing I'm going to do is give them a PP dip. Then I'll put them in the back of sedative. I've got one that's in there now. The reason I recorded that is because, I don't know, they'll look good. I'm still going to treat it exactly the same. I'm going to put it back in there. I'm going to film that one. So when I get the next one out, I'll film that and show you that one. Okay, the second one. I've got him in the PP dip now. Just a couple of minutes. That took so long for that fish to go to sleep. And to be honest with you, I thought I'd lost him. Just would not go to sleep. Even when I was treating him, trying to bounce up the table, he'd been in there ages. So I've got the other one in the PP now. I'm going to put him to sleep. And then when he's on the table, I'll record it. The first fish that I've treated, I'm going to show you. Now he's got gill flare and he's closed his eye and his eye was like that before. I've been over these fish so many times, took photos. So that's happened with me moving these about. Now the reason I put them in this holding net, so they get them mixed up. The treatment I've put on, I'm going to show you them now. If you'd have seen him 2 minutes ago, you'd have thought he'd have been dead. But if you'll turn round for me, he was on the bottom, upside down. You can see the blue on his side. That's the treatment I put on. See his red eye. And it looks like I missed a little blemish off there. He was asleep, upside down, but he was still moving about. And I was like, I've got to try and do it now. I don't want to, you've got to watch it, I'll take him too far. So I'm going to show you now. If you don't like anything like this, please look away. It's how nice to watch, it really is. And I'll show you how they recover in the pool. So if you don't like this sort of thing, turn away now. Again, I'll give this one a PP dip. Now I thought he'd only got it on his one side, but you can see a couple of blemishes coming on this side. Now this is horrible to watch, it really is. The other one was worse than that one. And I tried to treat him at this stage, but he started jumping about. That's how I've missed that little bit. But I've covered the face up with the cloth, just to help calm him down. And I missed that little bit, obviously I've covered it with the cloth. It's awful, but if you want to treat your koi, you've got no option. Now I don't know whether you're going to hear me. Doing this one with the pump at the background. Let's see if I can get you down to the table. Probably seen most of it last time anyway. The centre pod's gone a bit weak now, so the camera things should drop off. Now this fish might flop about, but don't leave it too long. You can, and the down the cover. Paper towel. Roll it up. Somebody has sent me in messages, they tried it with a spray and they found by using a cotton bud the treatment is 100% better. I've got so many to do now, I'm just trying to get them done. And very much of that you can see, I'm just trying to rub it inside the scales. You can see his tail doing already, trying to come round. The next thing I've done is put this is the sealer. You can see it's starting to come round already. Now let's put that round the wound as well. That should hold. Water, that water now should turn that into a seal. Just like the white skin, you also properly on here. That's what you've got to watch, they come round. They're already caught now, we can't do the other side because I'm going to do that side off. Like I said, if you don't like this, it's really awful. Now I'm going to use that with the cream, and I'm going to apply this on this one, and the next one I'll be putting my cream on. These aren't bad, these aren't. The reason I'm using this treatment, I've actually seen this for science. On the smaller bottle it says 1%. I'm going to then just try and cover the round arch to justify working over, you know. And grab that all over the end. That treatment here. I've got a couple of water here. Here, look, it's coming around all of you. I don't think you can actually see that. Turn white. Yeah, I'm going to see the back in the floor, but I'll bring it back out to you in a second. Put him in the net. Again, if you can tickle stomach, don't watch this, because this is as bad as watching him get to sleep. You can actually see him upside down, look, struggling. He was just flat on the bottom. You see I put the blue on him as well. He's upside down again, look, I've got the air down in there. The thing is now I can release these once they're up and about properly, because I can see the blue on them, so I know what I've treated. I need to do them again and put some on that spot. I'm just going to get that sprayed, see if I can spray that. So that's what I'm doing with these. Now we're showing all the rest because you're trying to film. You need to get the fish back in the water. It takes so long to try and film and move and check your video, see if you catched it right and stuff like that, so it's good enough for you to watch. It's hard enough as it is. It's hard enough as it is. And stressful enough for me as well. I'm just going to grab that fish there and I'm going to put a little blue spray on him. Then I'm going to get the next one out. Now I'm all swimming around enjoying life. I just had a feed. I'm having a conversation with Dave, and Dave said when the tank was empty, did you feel if there's anything there that the fish could scratch the soles on? The only thing I can think of is the 2 sponge filters that are in there. I've got a tube on the top for the for the fish tank. I'm in tune to take them out there now, and I might adapt them to go in the fry tank, bigger filter. But I don't think it's anything to do with that. But it's got to be something. I've got this one now in the sedative. This one ain't too bad at all. He looks like he's got a bit of gill flare as well. That side looks clean. Just a little bit coming on that side, so hopefully I've catched him in time. Beautiful little fish either. Stunning. otherwise you're going to get a sleep. I'm going to use the ointment or the cream on this one. I'm still going to put that sealer over the top as well. If you just hold it there a bit. Right there. See that? Over the base. Yeah. Yeah, I'm liking this works. Now, this piece, I could only go from one side. Let's see a little blemish. Yeah, so put him back in the water. Okay, then so I just treated that with that one. I don't know whether you can actually see that coming like an ointment. That's quite good because the spray, the liquid you put on, you imagine it diluting the water and coming off. I spread that on, it actually seals the wound. Anyway, you'll see how that one's done here. And I'm doing this on the little ones with the small wound. This one is this F10. I'll get that one out and I'll bring you back. Okay, try and get this other one. Hope you can hear it good enough. Just to one side of this fish. I'm checking them while I'm in the centrifuge. Again, it's too ready to go. Down his lateral line, that is. See, that's almost like a Vaseline. And the reason I'm using this is to seal it on the seal the wound, to stop it spreading. Oh no. That's the only problem, isn't it? Then you've got to treat both sides. That's something, I don't stuff there, you know. Each there, right, that's good. So, put him back in the pond. Properly impressed with this stuff. It's only when they flop about you taking it back off, and that's only could do with leaving them in the sedative a little bit longer. Oops. It's all gone tits up. Sorry about the language. Not the lot over. Bloody camera. Oh pod. Full treated, looking on nervous for the wear. I just wanted the missus. I've got a tournament Sunday, which is the day I should be treating them. So what I'll do Sunday when I get back, it's going to be a long day. I'll take them out one by, I'll leave this net in here, I'll take them out one by one. And I'll just spray them. Put them back in the pool, and then Wednesday I'll sedate them and do them again. But I'll keep an eye on them first. I've got a feeling some of this stuff's going to work. You look at that one there, and you look at the stuff almost coming off already, look. It's like the wound's opened up again. I'm going to keep an eye on that, and keep an eye on the one with the ointment on. Yeah, knocked out, look. Blue bugger. Anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. I'll come with these big ones.